So all are welcome in this international webinar on the natural disasters, hazards and management. So it is the great honor that my vice chancellor is not here. He is busy in the other schedule. So he asked to us that you should continue our webinars. And for this webinar, so this is the basically on the natural disasters, calamities, which is includes earthquakes, landslides, avalanches, floods, cyclones, droughts, volcanic eruptions, and which is affecting the mankind since the beginning of the civilization. So it is the job to the earth scientists and other environmentalists how to prevent these causes. So for this we are gathered here. So this is the webinar organized by the Bundelkhand University Jhansi. So for the organizing this conference I am grateful to the Professor J.V. Banshampayan, Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University, and similarly the great attitude by the Professor Sergei. Madam, it's password 178 XTP. Please, excuse me. The Professor Sergei is also give kind permission to make the collaborations between these institutes between Bundelkhand University and the Institute of Geology Karelia Research Center, Petrozavodsk, Russia, and we also give the thanks to the principal who is also the equal coordination for this webinar, Dr. Ram Avatar Singh is the principal of the Government Degree College, Guradaban, Almora, and the Dean Science of Bundelkhand University, Professor M.M. Singh. He is also busy in the very important meeting, and he will join later on. So now I and the other scientists, all the dignitaries, Professor T.N. Singh, he will join later on. He is also the Vice Chancellor of Kashi Vidyapit University, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapit University. He is also very busy in the. And then Professor Dhruv Singh, so he is from the Lucknow University, and he is also busy in their meetings, because the Lucknow University is the celebrating week for the centenary centenary celebrations. And Dr. Lokesh Kumar Sinha, the director, DTRL, DRDO, Delhi, he will also join later on. And Dr. Subhash Singh, he is the regional Central Groundwater Board, Bhopal, he has joined us. Professor Nageshwar Dubey from the Ethiopia, he has joined us. And the other dignitaries from the Russian parts, Dmitry has joined us, and the Lebedev has joined us also. So there is a lot of other dignitaries and speakers, keynote speakers. They have already joined here, and now we start for the inauguration session. So therefore I request Professor Sergei Sveto, he will inaugurate the sessions and give some important few lines about the necessity of this webinar, and he will also give some lines the collaboration work done between the Bundelkhand University, Jhansi, and Karelian Research Center, Petrozavodsk, Russia. This collaboration.
Thank you, Vinod.
Okay, just wait a few seconds more. This collaboration starts 6 years back, and we completed the one, and now our second term is continued from this year's. Okay, so I request Professor Sergei.
Yeah, thank you, Vinod. Thank you. I want to start. Okay, I just share my screen and I hope you can see the presentation. So just check it.
Okay.
So is it okay? So colleagues, you can see my presentation, I hope. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, dear colleagues, it's a great honor for me to participate in this webinar, and I would like to tell a few words about the cooperation of our two organizations, the Jhansi University and the Institute of Geology, in the field of geoscience. Due to what you are very familiar with Jhansi University, I will briefly introduce our organization. Our institute is located in the north part of Russia, in the city Petrozavodsk, in the capital of Karelian Republic. And now it's employed about 130 people. Half of them are scientists and half of them are technicians and engineers. In our structure, we have 8 scientific departments, carried out in areas from geology, meteorology, geophysics to ecology and geotechnology. And we also actively work with students and postgraduate students. So our cooperation history with Bundelkhand University has a long story. The first they start just when our Professor Slobonov just participated in the second international conference on Precambrian continental ground and tectonism in 2009. Still, in this time we found many common interest in the investigation of the Precambrian history of our Archentra. And we start to found some foundation for make research together from the Bundelkhand side and the Karelian Research Center side. So, and we have some success and we found the grant and make a project about the Archean crustal evolution on Penascandian medial shelf. And later on we signed the first memorandum of the cooperation between the Bandung University and Institute of Geology in 2015. And this gives some basement for starting our project, which supported by Russian Foundation and Indian Foundation for Petrology and Geology Working Greenstone Complex of the Bandung, India, Shield and Creighton. And in this year, just in 2020, we signed the second memorandum of our cooperation. So it's a very good history of our work. So our scientists of our organization is actively involved in various field studies. In the both sides, in the India, in Bandung Craton, in the Aravalli Craton, and in the Himalaya area, and of course in the Russian side, in the north part of Russia, in the Karelia and the Kola. It's very good experience for our scientists. So, few words about the memorandum which we signed in February 2020. In this memorandum, this memorandum should be started basis in the future development of our scientific research and main project and main field of our collaboration. We order like this. So it's a geology of commercial mineral, unmapped mineralogy, tourism, including geotouristic activities, and geoinformation technologies, petrology, mineralogy, and some common methods and geochronology, and tectonic and geodynamics. And of course, some different activity, including the webinars and conference, which we make it now. So, we thanks for support, of course, the Vice-Chancellor of Bandung University, Professor Vaishampayan, and Dean of Science of Department of Geology, Professor Singh, and of course, we not think the Professor of Department of Geology. So it's very pleasure for us that the local newspaper just reflect all this memorandum signed, and we happy that this information come to everybody quite fast. So the main collaboration just support by different grants, and now we try to find some money from the Russian Foundation. It's like Russian Foundation of Basic Research and Russian National Foundation, and some project was support. I mentioned about it from the government of India. So the main goal of our cooperation, of course, is training of young professional researchers. Many young scientists took place in our project in the field, and we start to read lectures in the Bandung University and in the Karelia. So on our project participants, you can see in this picture, so it's quite young people, and it's postgraduate students actually. And I must also say for a few words about the modern project. Just now, our activity focuses in this area. So in petrology and geology of Archean greenstone complex in Bandung, in the study of Archean massive clearity intrusion, and near Archean samokitoids from both sides in Karelia and Bandung Craton, and geochemistry and geodynamics of paleoproterozoic granites of over Himalaya area and Graphwell area. And of course some many activities, and we hope that this result is we really take a very great result. So at least for this cooperation, during this cooperation, we publish more than 100 publications actually, and at least 30 plus 3 years, and some of them we make for very important international magazines. So it's a great deal. So main results for our team is what we produce the geodynamic model for the Bandung Craton in the Mesoneocan period, and it makes some very good start for next very precision work in our for our team. So if we explain the future trends of our collaboration, actually this is a two-way. One is scientific trends, it's normal geology, petrology, and tectonics, but includes some geotouristic activity because it's very popular now on the Russian side, but maybe it's a very great possibility to do it in India too. And second trend is organization. It's fundraising activity for different interaction between our scientists and interaction of undergraduate students. And of course participate all scientists from both organizations in the field, analytical research and in the different scientific projects. So concerning to our meeting, I must talk what natural hazard in Karelia is not really a huge problem, but we make attention to this problem, and actually we are focused in some local landslides and debris flow, and earthquakes and seismic activity is not so dangerous in our region because they just situated in the old Archean strata, so the magnitude is not very high. But in any case, this problem is very important for us, and including the anthropogenic changes in nature and climate. So, dear colleagues, thank you for your attention, and I want to wish you effective work, useful result discussion, and of course some new approaches to prevent natural hazards. And all the best from Karelia. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Sergey. So, the
I should just start to stop my camera. Is it okay now?
it's okay.
Okay, the presentation is stopped. Okay.
Okay, presentation.
So thank you. Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Okay, Dr. Ramotar Singh. Hello. Professor.
Yes,
Professor T.N. Singh is here.
I hope he is not seeing. I have already informed him.
No, but he entered.
He has joined.
TMC is there. He has joined already. Yeah.
He has joined already.
Yes. He
So
joined.
kindly,
I'm available right now.
You may join.
Okay, just wait 1 minute. So thank you very much, Professor Sergey, for the giving the talk on our collaboration between the institutes and the importance of this webinar. Now I request Professor T.N. Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapit University, Varanasi. So he is the giving some valuable instrumentation and monitoring of the vulnerable slopes. So I request Professor T.N. Singh, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapit, please give your presentations.
But before that, I think you request Shraddha Srivastava. She should answer the presentation. Otherwise, nobody can say.
Okay.
Shraddha Srivastava is already shared her presentation.
Shraddha Srivastava, maybe you stop your presentation. Ramotar Singh.
yes.
श्रद्धा श्रीवास्तव को स्टॉप करिए, उनको बोलिए.
Shraddha Srivastava is presenting.
Okay, now she left.
Shraddha Srivastava is still on the screen. not left.
Oh.
You have to request her to answer your representation.
Shraddha Srivastava, are you listening our voice? Please stop your sharing. Shraddha Srivastava, please stop your sharing.
उनको फोन करिए मोबाइल पे श्रद्धा श्रीवास्तव को.
हेलो रामोतर जी.
मेरे पास उनका फोन नहीं है. आई डू नॉट हैव हर फोन नंबर.
नहीं आप कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं, आप उनको हटा सकते हैं. यू कैन.
इसमें एक जो श्रद्धा श्रीवास्तव जो है वो पेपर प्रेजेंट उस पर डाल दिया, प्रेजेंट कर दिया है, और दूसरा कोई कर नहीं पा रहा. उनका नाम कहीं है नहीं, कैसे ज्वाइन किया.
See who is controlling this? They can answer the scheme.
हाँ, रामोता, you are the host. You can answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I will manage.
इनको करिए सर, इनको हटाइए, इनको हटाइए.
अभी वो करते हैं.
रिमूव कर दीजिए.
हाँ, रिमूव कर रहा हूँ सर, 1 मिनट में. और मैं जो है स्क्रीन कर रहा हूँ, तो जैसे कोई टास्क दे रहा था उसका स्क्रीन बड़ा कर रहा हूँ, फिर वो रिड्यूस नहीं हो रहा. उसके लिए क्या करना है? अच्छा, जैसे मेरा हटा दीजिए अभी, मेरा तो मर्जी किसी और का लगाना है. हाँ तो
Sir, still Professor T.N. Singh sir is not visible.
ओके, वेट. एस में जाइए.
I don't know how you cannot see me, but I can see
श्रद्धा श्रीवास्तव, नीचे और नीचे बेटा. हाँ, ये है.
Namaskar, sir.
रिमूव इट.
namaste.
हाँ, रिमूव फ्रॉम द मीटिंग. इनको हटाना है, इनको स्क्रीन पर हटाना है.
Too much eager. Let CC present first, then I will present. No issue.
ओके, टीएन सिंह को, प्रोफेसर टीएन सिंह को कर दीजिए स्क्रीन पे.
Pranam sir.
प्रोफेसर टीएन सिंह ऊपर है.
Shall I start?
Yes, sir, start.
हाँ, टीएन सिंह को स्क्रीन पे कर दीजिए. पिन हटाने के लिए मुझे फिर क्लोज करना पड़ेगा ना एक बार.
Professor Ramota, can you start or still wait for?
Yes, sir. You can.
You start, sir. Please start. मैंने तो कुछ नहीं किया ना. मेरा हाथ तो है नहीं, माउस तो मेरा हाथ है ही नहीं. मैं ऐसा करता हूँ कि फिर बड़ा स्क्रीन नहीं करता हूँ. बड़ा स्क्रीन करने पर दिक्कत हो रही है. छोटे पे बोलने देते हैं आपको. ज्वाइन ना करते हैं. माइक्रोफोन ऑन कर मेरा.
This meditation and marketing of the level slow.
Whether it is
moving the person or generate a data, by that data people can interpret it in the respective area and provide a suitable, scientific and sustainable solution to a particular flow. We have a different kind of this type of this strata movement. Let us see the initial response of the strata. So, slope never fails without giving some kind of the symptom or some kind of the warning.
मैडम वो देखो क्या
Some probably possible that one can see from their data, one can see from their eye, one can see from their experience. To have all kind of this movement and the response, we have a aggressive and aggressive movement in the slope. Sometimes it is dormant, and due to the certain geotechnical and geo response of that area, change the space regime and that movement start. So that will be also there. And then you have this, sometimes we have learned sustainable creeping behavior in the rock. When you have the creeping behavior in the rock, it will be time dependent deformation, and that time will not be controlled by us. The time will be itself controlled by the slope and the nature and the surrounding environment. Sometimes this creeping behavior is dependent on what kind of material is available for the creeping. Whether the material is elastic, plastic, or elastoplastic, whether you have the primary creep or secondary creep, or you have the tertiary creep, or it is a combination before hitting. So these kind of slopes are available across the Himalayan region, particularly where we are getting some kind of indication. How to get this indication? We have the surface monitoring system, we have this subsurface monitoring system. So first of all, we can go after this borehole probes. You have this borehole, you can probe the borehole and try to analyze the behavior of the strata with respect to depth and different geological discontinuity. Based on that probing, one can decide what kind of instrument is required, and then one can decide whether there is need of instrumentation or not at all. Because sometimes the instrumentation becomes a cosmetic, sometimes it is a non-cosmetic, providing a certain kind of environment. Once we are monitoring the slope, many times some kind of the erratic data, sometimes data abnormality in data, we try to leave that, but that will give a better picture as compared to whatever the regular data. It is a providing tangential displacement at the various points of the world. It was used in the mining age. It is providing some kind of the good information which contains this cable fitting, and then the wheel assembly. We have accelerometer within the instrument, and the bottom cushion and the wheel assembly. All these assembly can be placed inside this rock mass, and then slowly we are trying to get some kind of this movement which is available, or which can be captured by the instrument, and then you can analyze whether the horizontal movement is more or vertical movement is more, or there should be a resultant movement in the component of the XY component. Then at what angle it will be sliding, whether these angles are matching with the internal angle of friction, whether there is a water pressure or voice condition along the slip surface or not. If you have a along with the surface with the water and accelerate the rate of the movement, and the failure will be possible at the early as compared to the line. Likewise, we have the extensometer we are using. People call it the borehole extensometer, which consists of the tensional, you can say this rods anchor at different points in the borehole, and that will provide also the movement at the various locations, at the various depths. It can do this, mostly we are using a wire type extensometer to avoid any kind of difficulty. Of course, we have a certain instruments which we are using the water level application, and that will be then you have to evaluate the based on your experience what kind of this piezometer you want to use, the standard type of piezometer you want to use, or you can go with the riser pipe, whether I can put it inside or not. So these are the then also the pneumatic piezometers are also available and people are using in the larger scale. Then magnetic wire type of the piezometer is also available in India as well as the outside, and people are using it. And it is the information about if you have the subsurface monitoring system that start from this simple instrument like the trimeter, then you have the friction meter, then you have the surveying equipment at different force, then you have the satellite data is also available. People are using photogrammetric image analysis. That will be also a technique used at this by the various slope monitoring agency across the world, and they are providing solution arresting the slope from their movement or their failure. Old technique like the total elevation, GPS system, acoustic emission technique, large image scanning system. So all kinds of the instruments are available, but whether which instrument is appropriate for a particular vulnerable flow, that should be very, very critical, and where the experience of a person is required, expertise of the person is required, as well as the execution of the instrument. How to install that instrument, which can provide a continuous monitoring of the system. Because many a times our location is not appropriate, sometimes our instrument is not appropriate for that location and that kind of the capturing of the movement. So we have to make a combination where we have to identify first the slope, then identify the instrument, and then we can start the monitoring. One should not go blindly to install any instrument anywhere and getting some kind of the data. That data is well justified or not. Whether data is usable or not. Because any instrument, if you can put it inside the earth or the slope, certainly it will give you some data. But who will decide this data is appropriate or usable or not? So I think there is a great need in India particularly, in the slope stability field, that we can encourage the instrumentation to get this realistic data, real-time data, online data, and then we can try to provide an appropriate solution which will be the cost effective, which has this local applicability, and it has the longevity in terms of providing. Now the instrumentation and monitoring has gaining the importance because the analysis work of the numerical analysis, 2D analysis, 3D analysis, everywhere this data is required, and the validation of our model, numerical model is based on this, how close we are getting the result, deformation, displacement, adjustment, all to the monitor. If it is very close to that, that gives us some kind of the booster by which one can understand the slope response behavior, and then you can provide this remedial. Because the remedial measure without understanding the rock response will be not be effective, and many times we have seen that in spite of providing all kind of the you can say this protective measure, but we are not in a position to arrest the slope. We can make the slope stable. We can make the slope safe for the commute. I know that in the Pune Expressway there are a slope failure, and this solution has been provided. That solution was not at all adequate and appropriate in terms of the scientific. Now, after construction of many years, we have taken this job and we have executed the job according to the requirement of the site, and now this rock fall barrier has been started putting there so that we can arrest the average, we can arrest this rock fall, and then the roads would be the safe for a long. Because many times we provide the solution which will be not appropriate according to the site condition. On that particular region, or that particular case, the data will be the one which can give us and guide us to go for the appropriate remedial. Now we have the sensor base also. This technology has come where you can put the sensor, and by that sensor you can sense the rock response behavior, and then you can analyze the data. For that we have also done some work on the laboratory scale and try to translate or transform these information to the field, and we can get various you can say this information about the slope. So monitoring the slope is a very critical thing on which a very judicious and the experienced person is required to give you some kind of cues so that we can analyze the slope in terms of its vulnerability, its sustainability, and providing a remedial in this region or any region. So, which given you this event time, I think there is a different kind of also this radar system has been installed at some of this mine, particularly the name is the Rampura Gutta leading mine. But whether we can afford it, all the places, in the normal slope or the natural slope, the landslide area or the rockfall area or the debris flow area, that should be my earnest request is that this kind of this platform should provide some kind of this generic view about this how we can proceed. I think the DST should take a lead and make some kind of this virtual center where all people who have the experience and expertise then can provide their input, and so that we can provide the solution based on the problem rather than based on the scientific expertise. So, with these words, once again, I thank the organizers who have given me the opportunity to express my personal view related to slope monitoring and the associated problem for the numerical solutions, as well as providing the long-term stability of this in the various area. I have many more examples, many more you can see slides I can show, but I have restricted myself to the project time and to the participants. I want to hear from the expert, from the DST expert, from this research institution, CSIR experts are available, many IIT professors are eligible, many central government board experts are available. So I want to hear and get some kind of the benefit out of that. So once again, thank you very much for giving this opportunity. I have finished in 90 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Professor Kian Singh, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Mahatma Gandhi Krishi Vidyapeeth, University Varanasi. So, probably, Professor, the next talk is the Professor Dhruv Sen Singh. Professor Dhruv Sen Singh, he told me just he joined at 12:50. So, but might be he is in the busy because the Lucknow University itself is going to celebrate the 100 years of this university establishment, and the week celebration, centenary celebration is there, and he is the major uh, playing the role there. So probably he is not available.
Oh, is there?
Professor Dhruv Singh is here.
Yeah.
Okay. So just admitted 2-3 minutes earlier, but your name was not. It was looking saying the yes. I see this face, but sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much for your kind time providing us. Anyway, now I request Professor Dhruv Sen Singh, Department of Geology, Lucknow University. So I am very much thankful because he managed some time for his busy schedule, and his talk is the natural calamity and management. So I request Professor Dhruv Sen Singh ji, please continue your talk and share your views.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the organizers for providing me an opportunity to interact with the learned audience and the learned participants and to share my views on the natural hazard and its mitigation. Dear friends, as very rightly spoken by Professor B.K. Singh, that the University of Lucknow is actually organizing its centennial year celebration, and today was the inauguration by the Honorable CM of Uttar Pradesh, Manvi Yogi Adityanath ji. We are all busy in that, but even the topic is very relevant. The webinar, the international webinar which is going on, the topic is very relevant and so important for the society that I couldn't stop myself to interact with all of you. We all know that the climate is changing and it keeps on changing. The scientific evidences and scientific records for the changing climate are abundantly clear. We know that it will change, but how it will change and at what rate it will change, that is yet to be defined. There are one group of people who believe that all these changes are natural, and other school of thought they believe that changes in the climatic factors are anthropogenic. But what I personally believe that each and every object in the natural system are under activity. Each and every object in the natural system are under activity. If we are adding something, either by the natural system or by the natural factor, or if we are depleting something, either by the natural factor or by the natural factor, we are disbalancing that. It is addition to the equilibrium situation or subtraction from the equilibrium situation that leads to disequilibrium. And this disequilibrium is nothing but that leads to the disease. I think we are for all the equal services without which we can't survive on this planet Earth. The hydrosphere is providing the water and drink. The lithosphere is providing the soil on which we are vegetating oxygen. And the atmosphere is providing the oxygen without which we can't survive. All these three components of the environment, the hydrosphere, atmosphere, and the lithosphere, they are under equilibrium. But the anthropogenic factor, they are adding carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases to the atmospheric system. The anthropogenic factor, they are adding continuously different type of pollutants to the hydrosphere. This anthropogenic activities, they are continuously adding some non-degradable pollutants to the lithosphere also. So all those components of the environment, the hydrosphere, lithosphere, and atmosphere, which were initially into the equilibrium system, because of the anthropogenic activities, that equilibrium is going to be disturbed. And this disturbed equilibrium, that is the main reason, that is the main cause, that is the main root for the natural disasters to take place. So what I believe, that if we want to control the natural disasters, if we want to control the natural hazards, we will have to delineate that what those anthropogenic activities are, which are going to affect the natural system and which are going to be responsible for the natural hazards to take place. Natural hazards, nature. I believe that nature is that part of the environment which is beyond the control of man, that cannot be controlled by the natural, by the anthropogenic activity. Nature is that part of the environment which is beyond the control of man. And that is why all the natural hazards, all the natural disasters, they cannot be controlled by man. Either earthquake, or tsunami, or cyclone, or landslide. With the help of and that is should be the aim and objective of in management, people who are engaged into the natural disaster management, that they should try to eliminate all those factors which are really triggering the disbalance into the natural system and are responsible for causing the natural disaster. One thing is also, if you just look at the Indian perspective, or if you look at the global perspective, we all know that there are certain natural hazards which are responsible for death. There are certain natural hazards which are responsible for the casualties, certain natural hazards which are responsible for the homelessness, certain natural hazards which are responsible for other type of loss and life of property. Drought has been proved to be number one natural hazard as far as death is concerned. Earthquake is considered as number one natural hazard as far as injuries are concerned. And flood is considered as number one natural hazard as far as homelessness is concerned. So these three, this is the one of Foster of 2008. He has identified that each natural hazard is really responsible for injury and casualty as well as for homelessness. And he has identified that drought is number one as far as casualty is concerned, earthquake is number one as far as injury is concerned, and flood is number one as far as homelessness is concerned. And if you just look at the global perspective, that how these natural hazards affect various countries. Although natural hazards, they know, or they never discriminate on the basis of developed and developing countries, are rich and poor. But in the Asian countries, in the third world countries, out of 141 million people affected in the world in the last 2 decades, were affected by various natural hazards in the Southeast Asian countries. It means anyone can say very simply that natural hazards, they affect the developing countries. If you just look at the data in detail, we are bound to believe that why the developing countries, they are more affected by the natural hazards. If you just look at India, in our country, 7% of the votes total land where 17% of the votes total is living. 2.4% of the votes total land where 17% of the votes total population is living. We know that this is a peril zone. We know that this is a danger prone zone. We know that this is the zone where tsunami may come. We know that this is the zone where landslide may come. But we are forced to live into that zone because on only 2.4% of the limited land area, 17% of the water. We all know what happened in Kedarnath. We all know what happened in Khartula in Malpa. We all know what happened in Bhuj, Uttarkasi. But there is no land. So I think it is our duty that we should try to convince everyone. We should try to make a map so that even a common people can know that these are the regions that are be affected by all natural disasters or all the calamities. It is only because of the interference of man into the natural system. It is only because of the enforcement of man into the natural system that man is affected by earthquake or tsunami or flood or anything else or any natural hazard or natural disaster. Now, flood, earthquake and tsunami, then that is the natural event only, that is a natural phenomenon only. It is only because of the enforcement or attraction of man with all the natural hazard that natural event becomes the natural hazard or natural disaster. Otherwise, that is that's not what happened in Kedarnath. But when man interacted, man imposed into the natural system of the Mandakini river, that flash flood becomes the Kedarnath. So we should know that what is the limit of man. We should know that what is that threshold point up to which the man can impose or the man can interact with any natural event. Because as soon as man will enter into the natural system or into the natural cycle of any event, that event will become the natural disaster. And dear friends, we all know that natural disasters are natural, they are beyond control of man. Only by law of nature and scientific facts we can minimize the damage done by all the natural disasters or all the natural disasters. No doubt, in the last few many years or few decades, the management system had advanced a lot as far as natural hazard. And in all the segments of natural hazard management system, that is the pre-disaster, during disaster and post-disaster, we have gathered a lot of information. The authorities disaster, what we have to do during the disaster, and what precautions we have to take after the disaster. We all know that both disaster will be rehabilitated, mainly, that is the most important process. Pre-disaster is the training, forecasting, all these things, and during disaster is the most important thing. During the period of many digital tasks. What management should be taken during any natural hazard that we can say in terms of right, that the management should be at the right place. Management should be for the right people. Management should be for the right decision at the right place at the right time. Right is very important in terms for very correct mitigation of any ongoing natural disaster. Right place, right people, right time, right decision. And I hope that all these type of events, all these type of national and international webinars, they are very important in sensitizing the people locally as well as globally, and also to sensitize the authorities, planners, that what to do and how to do, where to do and when to do. All these things are very, very important as far as mitigation is concerned. And mitigation, that is not only the role of scientists. Here comes the role of social scientists, here comes the role of doctors, here comes the role of planners. So this is the aim of science. The main aim of science and the main aim of scientific research is to make a balance between the development and the society. The main objective is a balance between the society and the development. The development should be sustainable development, so that we can develop and we can conserve the natural system also. Because in the past, we were developing at the cost of natural resources. We were developing by degrading the natural environment. Every developmental activity was done at the cost of environmental degradation. But nowadays, we are trying to develop by maintaining the natural resources and by maintaining the natural system. And it is the duty of today's scientists that we can make a plan so that we can develop, but the development should be sustainable, so that we can hand over our generation a neat, clean, and green earth. Thank you and good wishes to all of you. And I convey my best wishes for the very grand success of this international webinar. And once again, congratulations to the organizers, Professor Vicky Singh, Professor Ram Karthik, and their other colleagues and the team members. Thank you. If there is any query or any question, I will be very happy.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Dhruv Sen Singh. So now this is the time to see the inaugural session. Is the lectured by the Professor Sergei Sveto, Professor T.N. Singh, and Professor Dhruv Sen Singh. I would like to request Professor M.M. Singh. M.M. Singh, please. M.M. Singh.
Yes, I am listening.
Okay. So I would like to request Professor M.M. Singh, Dean Science Faculty and Department of Geology, Bundelkhand University, Jhansi. So he would like to give the vote of thanks to our invited delegates, Professor Sergei, Professor T.N. Singh, and Professor Dhruv Sen Singh. Unfortunately, our Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor J.B. Pansampayan, is not available due to his busy schedule. And later on, Professor R.A. Singh will give some brief line of the international webinar. Next session. So first, Professor M.M. Singh, Dean Science, Bundelkhand University. Please give the vote of thanks to the dignitaries.
Thank you so much, Vijay Singh sir. I would like to thank Professor T.N. Singh sir, Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapith Varanasi, UP, for giving his present beside his busy schedule. I also take this opportunity to thank Professor Dr. Sergei Director, Institute of Geology, Karelian Research Center, Russia, and his entire team. And I also would like to thank Dhruv Sen sir. Beside his busy schedule, we already mentioned that he is very busy in the Lucknow, even though he has given his views regarding the natural calamity and its management. And last but not the least, I also would like to congratulate all the team, pivotal team, that is Professor Vinod sir, VK Singh sir, Dr. Ram Avatar sir, Dr. Abhimanyu sir. Thank you so much for having this wonderful event, and I hope the eminent scientists, research scholars, all are present. Whosoever is presenting, whosoever is enjoying, whosoever is listening, learning, will have a fruitful webinar. Thank you so much. Over to VK Singh sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor M. Singh. Now, Dr. Ram Avatar Singh, please give the brief outline about the scientific session start just after your briefings. Ram Avatar Singh.
Thank you, Dr. Vinod. Very good afternoon to all, and hope everyone is safe during this pandemic period. First of all, I welcome all resource persons, subject experts, and participants on behalf of organizing committee and on my own behalf in the international webinar on natural hazards and management, which is very important for the present scenario of the world. Now, scientific session will start, which includes topics such as mining hazards, seismic hazards, groundwater contamination, landslides, effect of climate change, environmental aspects, etc. There is a need to fight against such disasters, find the solutions, and make society aware of the consequences. The proposed webinar is aimed at gathering already collected data and seeks from researchers the techniques, models, and technical issues. We will discuss geological, morphological, and anthropogenic aspects of hazards, talk about the latest and new techniques in the subject, and disseminate the knowledge on hazard mitigation, management, and monitoring to combat the three: simulation, prevention, general awareness, and treatment of landslides will also be considered. This international webinar will bring together various teachers, geoscientists, technologists, engineers, environmentalists, geographers, etc., in order to discuss various strategies for environmentally safe developmental activities and finally awareness to common mass about environmental degradation and sustainable development. I thanks to Dr. VK Singh, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Abhimanyu Singh, Mr. Piyush Kumar Singh, Coordinating Secretary, and our technical expert, Dr. A.K. Chaturvedi, Dr. Devendra Kumar, and Mrs. Gunjan Mathur for all technical support that has been given by them for this webinar. So again, I welcome all and thanks also. those who have already delivered their lectures. Now, thanks to all, and now the session will be conducted by Professor V.K. Singh, RNIE Secretary of the workshop of the webinar. Thanks to all.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ramatar Singh. Now we start the technical session, that is the scientific session, and I request Professor Vitali Seko from the Institute of Geology,
Yes, I'm here.
Karelia Research Center, Petrozavodsk, Russia. His topic is on natural risks and monitoring systems on the example of the mining industrial heritage objects of Karelia, Russia. Please, Professor Vitali Seko.
Thank you. Do you see my presentation?
Yeah, we can see your presentation.
Okay, I'll continue. So, dear convener, guests, and participants of the International Webinar of Natural Hazard and Management, I'm very happy to take part in it with possibilities to show you my presentation named Natural Risks and Monitoring Systems, case study of the mining industrial heritage objects of Karelia in the Russian Federation. So underground excavation in every times was highly dangerous environment and had very risky conditions. Geological and geotechnical conditions are some of the factors that influence the excavation condition. But after the exploitation of the mine is stopped, such mines are even more dangerous than actively used mines. Because at the same time, such abandoned caves are very attractive as touristic destinations. And you can see how beautiful they are when using as the touristic attraction. It requires a good methodology, approach, and well planned to respond to the risk. This presentation will discuss the geotechnical methods which are suitable to identify and understand hazard that occurs in underground workings which are used for touristic purposes. A geotechnical hazard needs to be recognized before, during, and after the excavation. We use for assessing of touristic caves the different data: visual, geophysical, seismic, and ground movement indicator to identify the geotechnical hazard. All these risks of using the mines, both open and underground, after they are completed and space are transferred to the tourism business, will be increased. These mines are no longer operated by mining engineers. They are used by tourism organizations that are not very aware of such risks. Let us to illustrate this with the example of the Ruskiala Mining Park. A site with outcrops of beautiful marbles was discovered in the Olonets province, as Karelia was then called, after which in 1765, at the beginning of the reign of Katerina II, they began to be developed industrially. In the beginning of the 20th century, the workings looked very impressive, like you see on the screen. Both the open and underground space is presented. The widespread use of Ruskiala marble in historical buildings of St. Petersburg and its suburbs brought great fame to this stone. Isaacs Cathedral, which you see on the slide, revered by some experts as a museum of stone, has been completely faced with Ruskiala marble. The floors of the Kazan Cathedral have been laid. The window sill of the Hermitage have been made. The windows of the Marble Palace and the facade of the Mikhailovsky Castle have been framed.
That's why at present the Ruskala Mining Park is a valuable mining and geological heritage in Karelia. In 1998, the main quarry of marble quarries was accepted for state protection as an object of cultural heritage. In 2004, Kolmas Karelia Company carried out measures to improve and equip the main open pit. Fences, stairs, and walkways were installed, paths were laid, a parking lot was arranged, the territory of the park's land allotment and the water area of Marble Lake were cleared of debris. In 2005, the Ruskala Mining Park was formed, which is unique, ethnogenic, natural, and landscape tourist object. At the same time, risk arose within the park due to an unprofessional assessment of the threats arising in mine workings because the open pit and underground workings were not reclaimed at the appropriate time and brought to a safe state. Currently, there are no professional specialists, that workers in the Park who can develop measures to assess threats and provide a full range of observations for emerging dangers. Therefore, specialists from the Institute of Geology carried out a survey of mine workings and developed recommendations for their safe use. The study of hazardous areas was carried out mainly by visual means. Partially surveyed territory are recorded in photographs and presented in the form of polygonal boards. The western side of quarry, indicated by number 1 in figure, is a vertical cliff up to 30 meters high, part of which is hidden underwater. The eastern side, indicated by number 2, is in the same condition. The dip is 45-60 degrees and does not exceed critical ones. This ensures a stable conditions of most of sites where the risk of injury and are eliminated by the installation of fences. The place marked by number 3 shows the underground facility. The total length of the main quarry is 460 meters with a width of 100 meters. You may see the western wall in the quarry model, where 30% of rocks are above the water surface and 70% below. Considering the instability of this kind of site and its collapse prism, traces of the previous collapse, it can be assumed that it is in state where its collapse can occur at any time. Therefore, photographs were taken along the western side for the processing of materials using photogrammetry method to obtain wall models. The western side is almost vertical, and therefore, it was marked with the number 1 in the previous figure, is the most popular place visited by tourists while walking in the park. You can see this place. This place is very dangerous. Look at this place. We will discuss later a little bit about that area. This is it is the place that is the most dangerous to visit. Meanwhile, it is the place where the most beautiful photographs of the canyon are obtained. You can see a lot of people are visiting that area.